I feel called to something else. I don't know what the other thing is. And
right,
because
I
don't know what the other thing is, let me go do what I know. And let me go do what I can scale. Let me do what I understand. I know the process. I know how they're going to pay. I know how much I could make. I know I can make this much if I do this. Like, I don't want to live in this unknown land if I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm about to be. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to build it, if it's my thing. And like, when I sat in those thoughts, it's where I got the confidence. And that's when those things start happening. Those deposits start happening. There's people that start coming to your life. There's people that start asking you questions that kind of reveal to you exactly where you're supposed to be and exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So let's talk about it. Can you talk a little bit about like transitioning in 2022? Because I know this was a big year of transition for us, and just kind of thinking about like yourself and how difficult it is to just consider, what does Malcolm want and how does he want to be? Like, what was that kind of like for you?
It was a multitude of things, because so pretty much my entire adult years has been either basketball or network marketing. Mm-hmm. So it comes from basketball. I didn't have time to have internships. I didn't have time to get work experience or anything like that to give me some skills in the workplace, or just skills that you can use in the real world.
Yeah.
You don't really have time to develop those. And then coming straight out of college, going into a corporate America like I did, which was fine. I did learn some skills there, but I obviously didn't want to do that. Mm-hmm. And then when we found network marketing, we finally found a vehicle that we could accomplish a lot of the goals that we had for ourselves.
Yeah.
And coming out of network marketing, for me, this was one of the hardest things, is because all my years in the 20s, I haven't done something that was fulfilling for me. Mm-hmm. And I had to explore what was fulfilling for me, not fulfilling for somebody else, not to appease anybody else, mm-hmm. anything like that. It was really a selfish time for me. Like, what the hell do you want to do? What impact do you want to make? And what are you actually naturally good at? Mm-hmm. What are you naturally good at that doesn't seem like work to you?
Yeah.
And that transition of when I finally had that time to kind of figure it out, what I wanted to do and become a personal finance coach, or just become a financial literacy teacher, educator. It was because I had prayed to God. I said, God, I need guidance right now. Mm-hmm. I need to figure out what did you bring me on earth to do? What I'm saying? What am I here to do? I have a lot of wisdom. I know this, but where do I use it at?
Right.
In what capacity do I use it at? And transitioning out of network marketing, it's like, okay, bro, you're on your own.
Nah, for sure.
You don't have something that's already made to sell. So what does it look like? What does this look like for you? And it took some time. It took 6 months to even have the idea, what I'm saying, of what, this is it. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to explore. And since then, it's been a journey. You know what I'm saying? It's been a journey. It's been a continuous journey, because you want to do well. You want to get better at your craft, and you want to learn more. Mm-hmm. Of course, I got to learn in the space that I'm in. But that transition, it took so much time that it feels like you're wasting time. Mm-hmm. But I mean, what was it for you?
I had to really, like I said, be comfortable with Brittany and making Brittany decisions. And there's been a lot of questions I've had to ask myself, which I think are really important when it comes to figuring out purpose and figuring out the things that you want to do and the pivots that you're making, transitions you're making, is why am I here? Yeah. Like, why am I doing this thing? Why am I staying this place? Why am I choosing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
And I've had to ask myself very, very difficult questions in 2022, which is, why are you doing this? And some of those answers were because I'm afraid of what people will say if I don't. Why are you going to that? It's because I don't want nobody to say I wasn't there and ask no questions. And it was then becoming comfortable with the fact that And if they do, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, like, this is like the weirdest space for me is getting to a point where everything that I consider of thinking that people think the most about you, like, is that, and if that is what it is, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like I started to experience, like, the longer that I was indecisive or in choosing myself. Somebody asked me that at the early part of this year, and they said, Brittany, you really got to decide who's most valuable to you. Is it what you can do for all other people, or is it you? And they said, you got to make a choice. And in that moment, I was like, it took me actually months. It wasn't even in that moment. I fasted, I prayed, you know, I sought counsel. I spoke to you about it, and it was like, it probably took me I feel like I had that conversation like April.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just came to that conclusion last month. Pretty sure I came to that conclusion in November of, like, literally, why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you feel like you can't move? Why do you feel like, you know what I'm saying? And some of that has to do with loyalty. Some of it has to do with love. You know, when you have love and respect for people that have helped you on your journey, it's kind of hard to feel like, and when you've been doing the same thing for so long and it's worked, it's kind of hard to think that you could do anything else. When you're in network marketing, one of the things that people don't talk about is that it's very difficult to come out of it, like, and think that you can make the kind of money that comes from network marketing in anything else. And so then it's kind of like asking yourself, like, yo, am I that good? Like, am I good enough to do it again? Am I good enough to do it like I used to do it? Am I good enough to do it by myself? And so now I'm having self-reflection or you know, I'm feeling inadequate. I'm feeling as if I couldn't do what I know I could do. And then it's like having to reprogram myself to believe in me. And this is not about network marketing. It's about just positioning and transitioning and knowing that that's what is on my heart to do, but feeling like I can't do it by myself. I need somebody else to have a product. I'm good at selling it. I don't need to do my own thing. I need to just sell somebody else's stuff. And it's like, well, is it the other thing, or is it that you're good at sales? So you can't sell your own thing. You know what I'm saying? It's asking yourself those questions. And that was very, very difficult to come to grips with, knowing that I should be moving on. I should have been moved on. I should have chosen myself a long time ago, but choosing others over me. And it got to a point where, and nothing happened. That's the crazy part. It's not like there was significant moments that, you know, I'm not fighting with people. I'm not, like, none of that was the thing. It was literally a self battle of, like, I don't feel like I feel called to something else. I don't know what the other thing is. And
right,
because
I
don't know what the other thing is, let me go do what I know. And let me go do what I can, like, scale. Let me do what I understand. I know the process. I know how they're going to pay. I know how much I could make. I know I can make this much if I do this. Like, I don't want to live in this unknown land if I don't know anything. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm about to be. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to build it, you know, if it's my thing. And, like, when I sat in those thoughts, it's where I got the confidence. And that's when those things start happening, those deposits start happening. There's people that start coming to your life. There's people that start asking you questions that kind of reveal to you exactly where you're supposed to be and exactly what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if I didn't start to question, what do you want to do, or what is your purpose? What do you want to give the world? How do you want to impact? How do you want to influence? Is it just the money? And I think when I got detached from money, that changed everything.
That changed it all.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you feel indebted to the money, it's like, well, how we gonna eat?
Yeah.
You know, how we gonna live? Who gonna pay these bills? Like, ideas don't pay the bills.
Yeah, that's
you know
facts.
what I'm saying? But
That's
it's like,
facts.
and those are the things that you really start to battle with when you're considering, like, your own thing. And so that's what it was for me, is really, really thinking of transition and being confident in my own decisions. That's something that I haven't ever been. It's like, I need the validity. I need to be validated in this decision. I need somebody to tell me, nah, you could do that. I could see you doing that. But it's like, everything that has ever happened that was really, really significant in my life came from me not listening to nobody and listening to what I felt.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, where did I get away from that?
Yeah, that's good. No, I see what you mean, because so many people probably are dealing with that, like, hey, I need to be validated in order for me to move.
Because people don't know me for this. People know that you did investing, but you sold somebody else's investing course.
Correct.
So how do you come out and become a personal finance coach? Who you coaching? It's like those are the
You
things
know
that
what I'm
really.
saying?
We used to walk around here all the time, just like, yo, I am struggling with the craziest imposter syndrome.
Yeah, you struggling
when
with
it's like
stuff
I know I'm skilled at this.
you're skilled, you're qualified, you're called. It's all these things that, like, somebody listening right now, like, what are you skilled at? What are you called to do? What do you feel purposeful in? You know, what do people call you for? You know what I'm saying? You have it. You already have it inside you. And sometimes that imposter syndrome is a real syndrome.
Oh my Christ.
That you have to fight through
Fight
every single day, because you never know who's willing to listen, who's willing to learn from you, and who's willing to pay you for your knowledge too.